All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that is so central to the modern workplace, and that's leading teams. Teams that are made up of people from a bunch of different generations. It's a huge challenge, right? So many leaders are facing it. But what if? What if you could take all those differences and turn them into your team's absolute greatest strength? Well, today, we're going to break down a program that's designed to help you do exactly that. So, let me ask you something and be honest. Do you ever feel a little out of sync? Like you're speaking a completely different language than some of the people on your team? You know, you roll out a new project, and one group is super excited, but another just isn't feeling it. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. You're hitting on a really, really common challenge for leaders today. And look, that feeling, that disconnect, it's not just in your head, it's real. And it comes from a whole new workplace reality that we're all living in. And I'm not talking about some small little shift here. This is a massive, fundamental change in how our teams are even built and how they work together every single day. 4. That's the magic number. It's the number that really defines this new reality. I mean, think about it. For the very first time in history, we have 4 completely distinct generations all working together side by side. Every single one of them bringing their own unique viewpoints, their life experiences, and, their expectations to the table on every single project. So who are we talking about? Well, you've got the incredible, seasoned expertise of the baby boomers. Then there's the super pragmatic, adaptable mindset of Generation X. You've got the ambitious drive of millennials who are now really stepping into those big leadership roles. And of course, the fresh, totally digital native perspective of Gen Z. It's a full house. And this is the real kicker. This mix of people, it's an absolutely incredible source of innovation and power for any company. But, and it's a big but, if you don't manage it well, it can create some serious friction. So the big question is, how on earth do you motivate, communicate with, and actually unite such a wildly diverse group? Okay, let's dig into that friction a little bit more. We often call it the generational divide, right? And it really all comes down to the different worldviews that each generation brings with them to work. It's just baked into who they are. And this illustrates that divide perfectly. Let's take an example. A baby boomer on your team might be really motivated by stability, loyalty to the company. But a millennial on that exact same team might be way more driven by fast-paced growth opportunities, flexibility, and doing work that feels meaningful. Now, here's the thing. Neither one is right or wrong, but their core motivations are just worlds apart. And that's exactly where the friction can start. I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. What may seem irrational to one group can make perfect sense to another. That gap in how people see things, it isn't just some interesting little quirk. No way. It's a direct line to tension, to miscommunication, and honestly, to a ton of missed opportunities. So, the million-dollar question. How do you bridge that gap? How do you step up and become the kind of leader that your team really needs right now? Well, that's where we make a turn. Let's talk about the solution. A really clear, actionable path to becoming what we call a true generational leader. And here it is, the Generation Leadership Program. Now, this is not just another boring management seminar you have to sit through. It's a specialized toolkit, a whole system really, designed to give leaders like you the exact strategies you need for the unique challenges and the opportunities of today's 4-generation workplace. So what's it all about at its core? It really boils down to 3 key things. First, understanding the why behind each generation's behavior. Second, genuinely appreciating the unique value that each of them brings to the table. And third, and this is the big one, aligning those differences so they start working together in harmony instead of creating conflict. That's how you unlock a team's real potential. Okay, so let's get practical. What does this actually look like? Well, for starters, you're going to gain real skills to turn that friction, that conflict, into amazing collaboration. You'll figure out what truly motivates each generation. For instance, you might learn that for a lot of your Gen Z team members, public recognition for the impact they made on a project is way more motivating than a small cash bonus. And you'll also learn how to tweak your communication style so that your message actually lands with everyone every single time. Seriously, you can think of this as your own leadership transformation journey. You're going to go from just, managing a team to truly leading one. You'll build the confidence and the emotional intelligence to not just lead, but to actually design an entire culture where every single person, no matter their generation, feels valued and can really, truly thrive. And that's so important because your leadership doesn't just happen in a vacuum, right? This is all about you, as a leader, actively building a culture in your organization. A culture that doesn't just put up with generational diversity, but actually uses it as fuel for incredible growth. And that right there is a huge shift in mindset. The goal isn't to just manage all these differences anymore. Nope. It's to strategically use them, to leverage them as a catalyst for innovation, for engagement, and for reaching peak performance. It's a total game changer. So, what does that kind of thriving culture actually look like? Well, when you build a solid foundation of respect and inclusivity, you start to create real, genuine alignment around a shared vision. And that alignment, it creates synergy and unity. It's what turns a random group of individuals into a powerful, cohesive, and honestly, an unstoppable team. So it all comes down to this one last question, and it's for you. Are you ready to stop just managing the friction and start leading with real vision? Are you ready to become the kind of leader who can finally unlock all that incredible untapped potential that's waiting inside your multi-generational team?